Have you ever looked into your own eyes, not just in passing, not for a selfie, but really looked, and felt something staring back at you? Something ancient, something powerful, something not quite human. It's not a reflection you're seeing. It's a revelation. Because the truth is, your eyes are doing more than just helping you see the world. They're revealing who you are becoming. And if you're truly one of the chosen ones, that revelation can be both beautiful and terrifying. Most people go their entire lives looking through their eyes without ever realizing that their eyes are also looking through them. They're unaware that every emotion, every thought, every energetic imprint they've ever experienced is silently recorded in the gaze. But for you, things have started to shift. You're noticing small things that others don't. A glint that wasn't there before. A strange shimmer when you're feeling something intense. A sudden brightness in moments of deep clarity. And a shadow in moments of deep fear. These changes aren't imagined. They're not optical illusions. They're spiritual signals. Because when your awakening begins, when your energy starts to rise and your spirit begins to speak louder than your ego, your eyes are the first to respond. Why? Because the eyes are not passive. They are portals. They don't just observe reality. They interpret it. They filter, decode, reflect, and even manipulate energy. And if you're being called as a chosen one, your eyes become the first canvas where the divine starts to paint. That's why people might start telling you, "You have intense eyes," or "I feel like you're looking through me." Animals may behave differently around you. Some may approach you instinctively, sensing calm. Others may flee, sensing something too powerful, too unfamiliar. Even cameras struggle to fully capture your expression. There's a depth that flickers behind your pupils that pixels can't reproduce. That depth is your essence trying to step forward. And the more awakened you become, the more your physical eyes begin to reflect your energetic truth. But here's the unsettling part. These changes don't always look beautiful. In fact, the most powerful eye shifts can feel uncomfortable, even disturbing. You may feel misunderstood, alien, or disconnected. You might question your sanity. But the truth is, you're not breaking, you're becoming. And the universe, in all its wisdom, chose your eyes as the medium for your awakening. Not your hands, not your voice, not even your thoughts, but your gaze. Because it knows that once you learn to see differently, you'll never fall for illusion again. In this video, we're going to explore 3 of the strangest, most mysterious eye signs that reveal whether you are a true chosen one. These are not vague guesses or overused symptoms. These are specific energetic shifts that happen only when your spirit is in full alignment with your awakening path. So if you've ever felt like your eyes are telling a story that words can't explain, this video is for you. Let's begin with the first strange and powerful sign. Something very peculiar begins happening when your awakening truly starts taking root, and it shows in your pupils. You may not even notice it at first, but in a well-lit room, you blink, and your pupils snap shut faster than what feels normal. You step outside, and your eyes don't just squint, they contract as if they're overwhelmed. Light feels intrusive, harsh, not just annoying, but invasive. Like your body is repelling it. Other times, it's the opposite. You're in a dimly lit room, and your pupils remain oddly small. No dilation, no expansion. It's like they're stuck, unbothered by the lack of light. And that's when the realization hits. Your eyes are no longer adjusting to light. They're adjusting to energy. This shift is subtle, but it's deeply spiritual. Your pupils aren't malfunctioning. They're becoming attuned to something else. While others rely on external light to navigate reality, you've begun accessing a deeper form of perception. This is the inner sight, a form of energetic awareness that doesn't depend on brightness or shadows. Your third eye is starting to sync with your physical eyes, and this is creating interference with the normal biology. That's why your pupils can behave erratically. One moment, hypersensitive. The next, unresponsive. You may find yourself blinking more, massaging your temples, feeling a strange flicker in your vision that doctors can't explain. This isn't a vision disorder. It's a vision upgrade. Your body is being trained to rely on perception rather than pattern. You're moving beyond the five senses, and the first to evolve is sight. This kind of pupil reaction can even be mood-dependent. During moments of inner peace or spiritual connection, your pupils may stay wide open, letting in more than just light. But when you're overwhelmed, angry, or resisting spiritual growth, they may suddenly shut down, becoming constricted, narrow, like a protective barrier. Your eyes become both a receiver and a filter of spiritual input. If you've experienced this and felt confused, understand that your eyes are not broken. They're simply evolving to match the frequency you're starting to walk in. This is a sacred transformation, because for chosen ones, perception is power. And when the universe wants to reveal higher truths to you, it starts by rewiring what you see. This is one of the strangest and least talked about symptoms of spiritual awakening. You'll feel it during still moments, while meditating, praying, or simply sitting in silence. One eye starts to feel different. It's not painful, but there's a sensation, a weight, a pull, a gravitational density behind the eye. It might make you subconsciously tilt your head, press your temple, or squint on one side. At first, it's annoying, but as it continues, it becomes impossible to ignore. What's actually happening is far deeper than what it appears on the surface. Your energy field is starting to localize, and one eye is becoming a conduit. The spiritual body, especially during an awakening, doesn't always expand evenly. The energy chooses a side, a portal, a space to begin releasing and receiving through. And because your eyes are literally energy-sensitive orbs, it will often begin with just one. This is why you might tear up in only one eye during emotional moments, or see flickers and light pulses out of one peripheral, or feel pressure that makes you instinctively close one eye more than the other. If your left eye is heavier, this is often connected to your feminine energy, the emotional, intuitive, inner child side of the awakening. This eye begins to carry ancestral memory, emotional truths, downloads from past lives, or karmic energy you've inherited. You may find that tears come more easily from this eye when you're not even sad. That's emotional energy purging through the portal. If it's your right eye that feels heavier, this points to the masculine side of awakening. This side brings clarity, direction, purpose. It's the eye that pierces illusion, exposes deception, and gives you vision beyond what's obvious. The pressure here is not emotional, it's commanding, urging you to act, speak, declare, protect. The most important thing to understand is this: one eye becoming heavier is not imbalance, it's preparation. You are being calibrated. Energy is organizing itself to pass through you, and your eyes are the first exit points. This sign can be overwhelming, even disorienting, especially when it causes dizziness, minor tension headaches, or distorted focus. But don't panic. You're not sick. You're becoming sensitive. When this symptom appears, it's a sacred message. You're ready to see with more than sight. You're ready to carry vision. It means your perception is no longer neutral. It's active, alive, and spiritually charged. Of all the strange signs of a true chosen one, this one is perhaps the most mystical and the most noticeable to others. People might stop mid-conversation and say, "Your eyes look different today," or "There's something about your eyes. I can't explain it." You look in the mirror and see your eye color shift, subtly but clearly. Some days they appear brighter. On others, they look stormy. Some days they're soft like water. Then suddenly, they seem to pierce like fire. These aren't mood swings. These are frequency shifts, and your eyes are reflecting them. This is no optical illusion. It's the result of your energetic field becoming dominant over your physical one. The iris, the colored part of the eye, is made of radial muscle fibers that expand and contract in response to both light and emotion. But for awakened individuals, this muscle begins responding to energy, not just biology. That's why your eye color can seem to shift throughout the day. You're not just processing physical light, you're processing spiritual input. This ability is often unintentional. You don't choose when your eyes change. It happens naturally when your frequency elevates or dips. Moments of deep peace will make your eyes look lighter. Moments of spiritual download might make them glow. Emotional release can dull or sharpen them instantly. This is why people might feel your gaze before you speak. Animals become unusually alert. Children stare longer. Your presence becomes magnetic because your eyes are broadcasting energy. It's also why some people suddenly avoid eye contact with you. They feel exposed. Your eyes don't just see them. They reveal something to them, and that can be uncomfortable. Some might even accuse you of having a weird stare or say your eyes feel intense. That's because they're right. You're no longer filtering your frequency. You're radiating it. Your eyes are no longer just about looking. They've become tools of energetic communication. This is sacred and rare because it means you're reaching the highest level of authenticity. Your eyes are now one with your soul. There's no mask left. What people see when they look into your gaze is truth. Not words, not emotions, but energy. You've become what few dare to become, transparent in spirit. If these signs are showing up in your eyes, the shifting pupils, the imbalance of energy between left and right, the strange glow or color change that reflects your inner state, then you're not just going through a phase. You're not imagining things, and you're definitely not alone. What's happening to you is real, it's rare, and it's sacred. The universe doesn't tap everyone on the shoulder like this, but for the chosen ones, the few who are called to awaken in this lifetime, the signs are undeniable, and the eyes are the first to speak. Because before the universe sends you a vision, before it gives you clarity or shows you purpose, it asks you to see differently, to look deeper, to pierce through illusion, to recognize energy where others only see surface. Your eyes are not just changing, they're activating. And when that activation begins, the physical can no longer contain the spiritual. The old rules no longer apply. People may say you're different now, that your presence has changed, that something in your stare makes them feel seen or even exposed. And they'll be right, because your gaze isn't just yours anymore, it's being guided, it's being used. You're becoming a mirror for truth, for everyone you encounter. But here's what's important to remember. As your awakening deepens, your eyes will often reflect your internal battles before you even recognize them consciously. They'll show fatigue before your body feels it. They'll carry emotion before your heart admits it. And they'll shine with power even when your mind feels uncertain. That's the gift and the responsibility of being a chosen one. And while the world may not always understand you, the universe always will. Every time your pupils flicker from light to shadow, every time your iris shifts its glow, every time your left eye tears up while your right eye stares fiercely into the unknown, it's all a part of the divine dialogue between your spirit and the source. You are not meant to dim your gaze to make others comfortable. You are not here to hide your eyes when they begin to reflect something supernatural. You were chosen for this exact transformation, not to observe life, but to illuminate it. So trust what your eyes are becoming. And when others ask, "What's happening to you?" you don't have to explain it. Just look at them. Because your eyes will say what words never could. Your awakening has begun. Your vision is no longer just for seeing. It's for guiding, for decoding, for reminding others of what they've forgotten. And if this message found you today, It's because you were meant to remember what you truly are, a chosen one. And your eyes don't lie. If this resonated with you deeply, then your journey is far from over. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bell, and let your fellow chosen ones know you're walking this path. Type in the comments, "My eyes are awakening," if this video described you. And remember, your vision is your power, your gaze is your truth, and your soul is finally stepping forward.